Welcome everyone to another episode of Workplace Wednesday, this month brought to you in lockdown. Today I wanted to talk about the High Court of Australia decision in the case of WorkPac against Rossato. Just last week, the High Court of Australia handed down a highly anticipated judgment in the case of WorkPac against Rossato, confirming that Mr. Rossato was in fact a casual employee under the Fair Work Act. The High Court unanimously upheld WorkPac's challenge to the full federal court decision. That decision had confirmed that Mr. Rossato was in fact a permanent employee and thus entitled to backdated paid leave entitlements. This was despite the fact that he was employed as a casual, his contract said he was a casual, and he'd actually worked on a series of 6 different contracts, all purporting to the fact that he was a casual employee. The High Court confirmed that a casual employee has no firm advance commitment as to the duration of their employment, including to the days or hours worked. And likewise, there was no reciprocal commitment from the employee in this case, such that a mere expectation of continuing employment, even if that was on a regular and systematic basis, wouldn't be sufficient for the purposes of the Fair Work Act for Mr. Rossato to become a permanent employee over time. The High Court held, amongst other things, that Mr. Rossato was expressly engaged on an assignment-by-assignment basis, and he was entitled to accept or reject any offer of employment, or rather assignment. WorkPac likewise was under no obligation to offer further assignments, and even the rostering in advance, which had taken place in this case, didn't establish a commitment to ongoing employment beyond the completion of each assignment. And importantly, where the terms of a written contract of employment confirm the nature of the relationships and the parties adhere to those terms, the firm advance commitment must be found in the contract itself. So what does that mean now for employers? Well, you definitely need to check your casual contracts of employment. You need to check that they expressly state that the employment is on a casual basis, that they expressly state that there's no advance commitment of ongoing work, and that a casual loading is paid in satisfaction of any entitlements that the employee would otherwise have been entitled to as a permanent employee. You should also ensure that the payslips separately record the casual loading as a distinct payment and item on the payslip. And of course, probably even more importantly, you need to review your casual workforce practices to ensure that those practices actually adhere to what's in the written contract of employment. That's a quick rundown on WorkPac against Rossato. Hopefully next month I'll be out of lockdown and back in the office for when we next record the next edition of Workplace Wednesday. Until then, thanks for joining.